Hello and welcome to your English news broadcast live on ERi-TV. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. on Eritrea's local time from our headquarters at Asmara with your domestic and international news in brief. I'm Zahra Badouri, but first we'll begin with your major headlines for this broadcast. President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud returns home. Silver Jubilee of Eritrean Community Festival in Germany and Student Summer Work Program. On your international, US-Japan agrees to cooperate on economic fallout of Ukraine war. And Mali authorities arrest nearly 50 soldiers from Ivory Coast. Welcome to your domestic in brief. President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud of the Federal Republic of Somalia and his delegation returned back home today, 12th July, concluding a 4-day fruitful official visit to Eritrea. In a memorandum of understanding the two leaders signed today, 12th July, they agreed that Eritrea and Somalia will promote relations between their two countries, including diasporan communities, strengthening political and diplomatic cooperation to protect and advance their national interests, broaden economic and social cooperation with emphasis on trade, investment, water security, agriculture, fisheries, health and education, foster cultural, artistic and sports activities as well as scientific and technological collaboration, promote cooperation to protect and enhance the environment and in addressing the impact of natural calamities and impediments, enhance defense and security cooperation to safeguard peace, stability and security, as well as endeavor jointly to advance coordinal relations, cooperation and economic integration in the Horn of Africa. In a joint statement issued, President Isaias and President Hassan Sheikh agreed that Eritrea and Somalia would work in concrete to foster peace, stability, cooperation and regional economic integration in the Horn of Africa. On behalf of the people of government of Eritrea, President Isaias also expressed deep gratitude to his brother, President Hassan Sheikh, for his timely and important visit. President Hassan, on his part, thanked the people and government of Eritrea and his brother, President Isaias, for their warm, fraternal welcome and brotherly hospitality. Silver Jubilee of Eritrean Community Festival in Germany was enthusiastically conducted at Gießen City on 9th and 10th July under the theme Independent Choice, Backbone of Our Pride, in attendance of a number of nationals. The festival, in which Governor of all Eritrean regions and Friends of Eritrea took part, featured seminar on the objective situation in the homeland, cultural and artistic performances, children's and youth programs, photo exhibition depositing the 25th journey of the festival, as well as research paper focusing on regional and global relations with Eritrea and African challenges, indicating that the Eritrean people emerged victorious, foiling all sorts of conspiracies and hostilities through their strong unity and spirit of resilience. Mr. Kahsai Tolde, head of public and community affairs at the Eritrean embassy, expressed confidence that the Eritrean people will change situation into their advantage and register many more victories. Underlining the significance of festivals in strengthening national unity, Mr. Johannes Woldud, Charge of Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy, expressed appreciation to those that contribute for the success of the festival. Ambassador Abdullah Musa, Governor of Ansaba region, also gave seminar on the objective situation in the homeland and the set out national development programs. Mr. Kibrab Takhasta, Eritrea's Consul General in Frankfurt, also presented research papers focusing on youth and challenges, in quote. The festival was highlighted by cultural and artistic performances by Eritrea ERi Band Youth Cultural Group, as well as by Walta Cultural Troops from Eritrea. On your final domestic student summer work program commenced today, 12th July, in the central region. According to Mr. Abraham Berhe, head of Students' Campaign for Development at the program that will continue until 20 August, over 7,000 students and 237 coordinators, teachers as well as agricultural experts are participating from 49 centers, indicating that 98% of the students will be involved in water and soil conservation activities and 2% in traffic safety and clearing documents. Mr. Abraham said that there is a plan to construct 390 kilometers of terraces, renovate 447 kilometers of terraces, and prepare holes for planting 285,000 tree seedlings. According to reports from the Office of the Students' Campaign for Development, over 23,000 students, including 40% females, as well as 850 coordinators, teachers, and agricultural experts, will take part in the summer work program at national level from 140 centers. Stay tuned for your global report up next. And on your reports on the international line, the top economic officials of the United States and Japan have pledged to work together to tackle rising food and energy prices while retreating their condemnation of Russia's war on Ukraine. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Japanese Finance Minister Shuichi Suzuki on Tuesday said the war had increased exchange rate voluntarily, posing risks to economic and financial stability. The two sides pledged to work together on currency issues under their commitment as members of the Group of Seven, or G7, and Group of 20 at G20 economic groupings. The two sides said in a joint statement following their meeting in Tokyo that they will continue to consult closely on exchanging market and cooperate as appropriate on currency issues in line with their G7 and G20 commitments. The two leaders jointly condemned Russia's unprovoked, unjustifiable, and illegal war against Ukraine and said that they will work together to support Kyiv in overcoming its economic challenges. The joint statement said both sides also welcomed efforts to pursue price caps on Russian oil where appropriate, but did not include a concrete agreement from such scheme. Washington has suggested that Moscow be prevented from using higher oil prices to fund the war, aimed warnings that the global price of oil could rise by 40% to about $140 per barrel without a cap. A senior U.S. Treasury official, however, earlier on Tuesday suggested that a price ceiling covering Russia's marginal cost of productions could intensive Moscow to continue exporting oil while depriving it of revenue to fund the war. Japan, which is heavily dependent on oil imports, has been grappling with limited energy supplies, partly as a result of the war and the falling value of the yen against the US dollar. Suzuki earlier on Tuesday expressed concern about the yen slide, saying that the government would, in quotation, watch the currency market even more closely while lazily with the Bank of Japan. On your final report, Malian authorities arrested nearly 50 soldiers from Ivory Coast who came to Mali to work for a contracting company of the United Nations mission in Mali. The government made the announcement Monday, sealing the Ivorian soldiers missionaries in a movement that could raise tensions between the two West African countries. Malian government spokesman Colonel Abdullahi Miga said that the two aircrafts arrived at Mali's international airport Sunday with the 49 soldiers, with the weapon and ammunition of war as well as other military equipments. They, in quotation, were illegally on the national territory of Mali, and the transitional government considers them missionaries, he added. UN mission spokesman Oliver Salgado said these Ivorian soldiers are not part of one of the MINUSMA contingents, but have been deployed from several years in Mali as part of logistical support on behalf of one of their contingents. He said that their arrival as relief would have been communicated beforehand to the national authorities. They were working for a Germany company that is connected by the UN mission known as the Sahelian Aviation Service. Government spokesman Magia said that they would put an end to the protection activity of the Sahelian Aviation Service by foreign forces and demanded their departure from Malian territory. He said that the government invited, in quotation, the airline Sahelian Aviation Service to henceforth entrust its security to the Malian Defense and Security Forces. Mali's transitional government affirmed in June that it will not authorize the UN mission to investigate an ongoing human rights violation in Mali, adding to further tension as France also withdraws its forces. Dear viewers, that is all for now with your domestic and international news in brief. Until we're back with some more news, stay and watch the rest of our programs. But until then, these were your major headlines for this broadcast. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud returns home as your primary domestic. Silver Jubilee of Eritrean Community Festival in Germany and students' summer work program. US-Japan agrees to cooperate on economic fallout of Ukraine war. Malian authorities arrest nearly 50 soldiers from Ivory Coast. That is all for now. Thanks for watching once more and have a nice one.